Hello. So I do not have a script prepared, but I have determined to do a rehearsal presentation here at 5 p.m. January 2nd, 2019. I have missed my deadline of 2018, hoping to pitch the intimacy campaign to OneTaste. This is one of my indecisive points here. If this is going to be the board one, the cover, or if this will be board one, the cover. The Intimacy Campaign, OneTaste.us, Orgasmic Meditation. So, if this is the cover, this opens up like a large book. And having seen this side, totally illegible, I know, in the video. From out of the blue comes a marketing strategy to take OneTaste global. Safe and effective, friendly and inviting, deep and intimate, bold and beautiful. Introducing Beautiful Blue, which is the first category I'm hoping to express as part of this overall vision of a marketing campaign for OneTaste. So regardless of which page was number one, this board would then open, giving a starting lineup glimpse of Beautiful Blue. So a little bit. You can see the 2014 t-shirt that disastrously missed the color mark. An outcome of a Time magazine cover that shows the logo. It says in their text, "A world says yes. The Pope weighs in, good for some cases of a celibacy," meaning there is a practical nature to this OneTaste's lessons with intimacy, desire, sex, all these things that are obstacles to probably most seekers in the world, of which there are millions. OneTaste's new green billboards and an 8th balloon launch. Exclusive with Nicole Daedon, Angeli Iyer, and Adam Weeks on the Intimacy Campaign, now a bestseller. It's a little bit of a foreshadow there. On this side, you see Beautiful Blue is subjective and not objective as far as the color goes. Dynamic, defined as the range of sky from noon to twilight, centered at a 3:30 p.m. sky. Both of them I briefly declare as marketing firsts. Logo is distinguishable at great distance, unique and identifiable. Again, it's safe, effective, friendly, and inviting. Draft colors inaccurate in every case, most notably in this t-shirt. Says has a OneTaste logo on the back of the t-shirt, by the way. That's pretty cool. Message, invite from the heart, again describing the logo. Very feminine symbol with complementary masculine attributes. And there's business cards, I call them little hellos, part of the campaign. And a blow up here where you can write an intimacy to somebody on the back of a card. Window decals. The point is that this is a presence that'll be an easy way to get on the ground and get seen. And have OneTaste launch a marketing campaign. This was definitely the most challenging board because it's the deepest subject. This is a section I call hearts. Hearts are going to be the main primary communication tool for OneTaste. It's going to be how they speak to the world. The most simplest form of a heart is a text message. Originally, I deemed it just being posted as flyers, like in coffee shops and such, but they can also become ads in magazines targeting different audiences. These text messages, I don't even know where to begin here. Well, let me just start with the goal of our first text message that we think packs the punch we're looking for. It'll be something between two contrasty natures that'll be an emotional hit to the common viewer of this ad. The first goal I put as within 6 months, OneTaste will launch a stunning black and white New York Times heart ad that will be the quote talk of the town. It will pack an emotional punch, be thought-provoking, and be intimate. I call hearts a way to chip at belief systems, emotional connections with the public, clean and friendly colors and an easy to digest format to present literature. They're just easy to gobble up fast, which is a good tool in a marketing campaign. I go into video ads, which would be usually the back of a person's head, and these people will over time clearly range from the most plain Jane to the most beautiful, meaning this kind of reaches anybody and everybody. There's this, the outside is really meaningless on what the point of this practice is or what the goal is for any human. In these ads, text message will pop up, shift over, so it'll be half that person, half the message in real time. You'll go through some sort of, perhaps like a roller coaster of an emotion or something beautiful or something ugly even. It'll close with the OneTaste logo and the would you like to own. The text notifications will include the signature sound of OneTaste, the bloop, which is a single water droplet used in video ads for text notifications. So obviously there's just a massive amount of content here, but I'm going to go on. Submitted hearts from anybody. People can submit what they feel as a power packing heart. Moving right along. I'm sorry I have my back on the screen right now. I don't know how to avoid that. Moving up into the billboard space with that same beautiful blue component of the campaign, is showing how this grows bigger. I have billboards in various locations, such as South Austin on Lamar Street, where I hope to see it one day. This is in Hindi, and I have various prototypes of billboards in different languages. So one being in Korean, with a dream that one day we could have a presence in North Korea to maybe help liberate from a different approach. So public transportation, oh yeah. So this is just a list of cities, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, Delhi, Mumbai, Nairobi, Singapore, Tokyo. And we can go into redefining billboards with minimalism and negation, including beautiful projections, occasional work of art billboards. Example here, the 7 sails, where I say dropping true sails behind hovered heart, but it's actually we're going to be raising the sails just like it would be on a ship. And the sails would have motion, this heart would be static in the middle. Wow. Public transportation, multilinguistic, conscientious presence. We don't move sloppy on this campaign, we move mindfully and beautifully. And with respect towards the powerful tool of marketing. Alright, are you ready for the next board? Where are we at? Almost 10 minutes? This is next on my list of supplementing this side, but taking this into a visionary part of the marketing campaign, hot air balloons. I have a prototype of Chicago on the lakefront, San Francisco over the bay. Now these are imaginary. It's possible we'd have to be at a certain distance outside of municipal systems, of course. I have an LED lit balloon over Paris. The idea that at night we could have a moon balloon. This probably is not going to show up, but it's drawing a sketch of a man handing a woman a physical small balloon. And it says balloons will become a feminine symbol. I don't know. I feel that's accurate. And I write, what's the point that OneTaste will be green with biodegradable balloons, or cutting edge with LED hot air balloons with a nav systems? No, or nay. That the sky's the limit to our imagination and reality. Second to last, I believe. I know it's a lot to digest, but I think this is solid. Transitions, or winks, as I will call them. Flip the boards, notice that little wink. This is taking beautiful blue, or any component of it, and inversing our colors, changing language, using different colors, just any little things that are change in our presence. Staticness is ignored by the human mind, if not all animal minds, whereas changes are noticed. And part of a successful marketing campaign is to be seen. I have a little dream that this whole campaign would switch into the retro bubbles of text, hitting on a slightly different, in the shallow, but a different level and emotional connection with people. So there's the retro bubble, heart, old school. There's little holiday nods. Halloween has a little heart wearing a mask. I don't know yet how I feel about that, but this is all a draft still. Transitions, there's still a lot of content to go up here. I have a tremendous amount of content to try and share. Last page is vastly unfinished, untouched almost. Book, digital and unclassified. I have completely forgotten what's going to go under unclassified, except for some components that didn't fit into a particular spot in this, like potential beautiful things that can be a part of this campaign, or items that we should discuss before using, because I do think they are extremely popular or powerful, such as stereograms. Digital is the whole electronic or digital component of this campaign. That's actually my background of 20 years. So a beautiful multilingual website that's easy to digest, available to anyone, and tracks various components of this campaign for viewing, such as the videos, or these heart transcripts can turn into lengthy dramas. I don't know what else to say right now about digital, except that it's going to be one of the better representations in the world of digital marketing. It'll be done competently. Book is that visible there? The book is to be written and would be on bookshelves, and it would lay in part the vision of this campaign, including some very hopeful goals. Now, seeing this campaign even take first steps will create optimism on these goals. If one thing is done, if there's an action based on a belief, then there's no reason to see that the actions will not continue to lead towards the other dreams or visions. And this would create enthusiasm amongst the people that are into it, which is how marketing grows. You want to make an enthusiastic base, and that base then shares. This is more going to be a public discussion. That's the real marketing campaign. To try and get everyone with just basic, to target common people for this need is not quite the way to approach it, in my opinion. It's not the best way. I will leave it at that for now, since I'm trying to open a dialogue and this is not a completely finished campaign, and I do not wish to be closed-minded on it either, except that I do want to stick to the highest principles. I have other materials over here, such as binders that contain historical presentations. This began in 2014. It has been a vision that I've decided to invest in trying to share, and it's been a struggle for me. So I don't quite know how to conclude this. I know this is probably not going to be a purchase right here. I have some more work to do. I'm trying to be patient, although it's very hard. I'd like to get this into a paid creative flow for me. So my last board, just kind of for fun there. I know this has a good chance of being a great campaign, but I don't know that I believe in myself to sell it.